Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the JKWD podcast. Hope you're having an awesome day, an awesome hour, an awesome moment, because that's what life is. It's just a series of moments. I think I stole that from a Kevin Smith movie. Whew.
I don't know, but I like it. I was going to blame you for stealing it from me, but I couldn't remember ever saying it like that. Nice job.
Hey, thanks. How you doing today?
Better now. I'm doing well. I'm still in New York, and life's good. All the snow was melted that we had out of the driveway anyway, that we had the other day. It's around here otherwise. But yeah, life's pretty good. I've had some good days. Talked to some good people. Went to a great speech contest at my Toastmasters club last night. Life's all right. I'm having a good time. How about you?
I'm doing really well. I'm a master of my Masonic Lodge this year, and I planned the year, or I at least planned for part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been such a change that we're doing a lot more stuff. Mm-hmm. I mean, we knew we were going to have some challenges coming into the year. Right? We knew that we were going to have to move our space because the group that owned our building sold it, mm-hmm. And we don't get to stay. We've been renting from them, so we're gonna have to move and get a storage space and all that. So we did the stuff that we have to do for that already. We had to be out by June, but we're mm-hmm. going to be out by March.
Oh, cool.
So, all the bureaucratic stuff that goes with that is done. Now we have to, pack up and move, but
mm-hmm.
And it works out for me because we're moving to a building that's 3 minutes from my house instead of a building that's 18 minutes from my house.
Go boy.
So on nights when we're not in tuxes, I might even be able to ride my bicycle over there.
Oh, cool.
That'd be fun. Anyway, and then we're doing more education. From your history that there's a lot of symbolism in Masonry.
Yes, sir.
And that's one of the reasons I got into it. And I've been missing having discussions about that in my life, and, mm-hmm. and I've instituted that as part of our lodge program this year.
Awesome.
And,
how's it being received?
It's been really good. People have been, we're 2 meetings into the year, and people have been really happy with it. And we're moving ahead with projects like archiving. We have the lodge the first meeting was in 1839.
Wow.
And we have minutes books dating back that far. But paper doesn't last forever, and
no.
In case of fire or flood, it doesn't last at all. So we're gonna have all that stuff digitized, and in just 2 meetings, I feel like we've got so much done. And we release on Monday, but we record on Friday. And so with the lodge meetings on Thursday nights, I always come in here the morning after, so still kind of riding on yesterday's meetings. And it's felt really good to get that good feedback and to have people stay after we've closed lodge for an hour and a half and just talk. A lot of times we do the meeting, we just get done what we need to get done, and everybody leaves.
Right.
We're sparking conversation. Nice. So it's been really nice to connect with people. So
and if you're doing that, I mean, it actually makes the brotherhood stronger. I mean, just because it's not just a thing anymore. You've actually getting some relationships developed.
And so I'm coming into our meetings feeling more fulfilled and more enriched, rather than having just gone to a meeting to be busy with something.
Right.
Uh,
Cool.
so it feels good to have a little more, um, conversation in my life.
Well, congratulations. Because I mean, that's got to feel good.
Yeah, it
Because
does.
you haven't. I mean, you're master of the lodge now. You haven't been. How long have you been a Mason now?
Yeah, not long enough to be master. I was raised in April of 2014, so only it's only been 5.5
Well,
years.
it's 5.5 years. That's not bad.
Well, yeah, but there are 9 line offices leading up to,
Oh,
um,
skipped a
leading up
couple, did you?
to there. So I skipped a couple, and I didn't sit. Yeah, and I sat a year on the side. So before getting into the chairs. So yeah, I mean, I sat in five seats instead of 9.
Wow.
Um, did I
Well,
even sit in 5? 1, 2. Yeah, this is my 5th seat.
you must be doing something right there, Bubba.
Yep. And
Oh, cool.
so yeah, that's what we're and that's the feeling I'm coming back here with. So uh it's also getting warmer here. We had a little cold snap, but we're back out of it. And I'm not going to plant anything yet because I'm pretty sure we're going to have another little one in February, but it's almost spring. So
Let's
happy
clarify
about,
that. Another little cold snap.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. You said another little one. I was like, are you doing magic we're not aware of
No,
these
no,
days?
another. I'm expecting another little cold snap. So,
Got it. Okay.
um, by cold snap, I mean, we had a couple of nights where it touched below freezing,
Mm-hmm.
like enough to kill seeds.
Right. Okay. All right. Here's hoping you don't have to deal with that anymore.
Right. Yeah. We usually get one in February for a night or two, but um, hopefully we're almost to spring here.
Cool. If there's any consolation, we still got it worse than you do. So, well, as far as temperatures go,
that's why we came here.
yeah, yeah.
It was intentional.
Good job.
But if you're involved in a cold snap, then it's really good is soup, and what's really good for soup is bone broth. And you can get all kinds of good stuff from Kettle and Fire. They've got flavored bone broths. You can get some chipotle beef. You can get some turmeric ginger chicken broth. This stuff, what they do is they throw chicken bones and veggies and herbs all in the broth. They simmer it for 10 hours or more. You get all kinds of collagen in there and help you recover from your workouts. If you got a little muscle injury or a little tendon injury, they'll help speed that up a little bit. And you can get all this stuff from Kettle and Fire. Go to kettleandfire.com. It's KETTLEANDFIRE.com. And our listeners can use code BetterHumanhood for 10% off at checkout. It's kettleandfire.com. Use code BetterHumanhood at checkout for 10% off.
Wow.
Hey, have some music. Josh and Kelvin World Domination Podcast, where we talk about better humanhood and teach you how to dominate your world. You ready? Here we go. So, I said something about planting, and I did mean seeds, but like food, flowers, that kind of thing. But we have all kinds of things planted in our brains. And you said something a little bit ago that I'm not gonna try to recreate. I'm gonna let you say it.
Oh, is that right? So I gotta recreate it. Well, yeah, we were talking about all the stuff, the dirt, the negativity on the news and stuff. And I said, you put flowers in a lot of dirt, they grow. But if you put us in a lot of dirt, we don't. We kind of shrivel up and waste away and get jaded and stuff like that. We don't do so well with dirt from
Yeah.
that standpoint. And so I guess we need to find a way for those of us who are immersed in that stuff, all the negativity and all the despair and all the anger and stuff, and just get rid of that stuff so we can continue to grow. And that was my thought at the time.
Yeah. And so we know that dirt, that gossip, as it were, which is really what we're talking about, negative news. We know that this was useful evolutionarily a long time ago when we lived in small villages. If we had one person who wasn't living in such a way that it upheld the goals of the village, it was useful to spread that news throughout the village and to essentially excommunicate that person from the village. But this is no longer our way of life.
No, it's not.
There's nobody, even if we think people are working against our interests, there's no reason to really spread it too far. There's no repercussions really, outside of small cultures. If it's happening in an employer's department, like it's happening at work. If somebody's not working for the benefit of the team, that's fine. But in real life, like what's it hurting in our everyday lives? It's really just letting us get angry for no reason.
And it helps us focus on things that bring us down. I've been back into my reading lately, and one phrase comes to mind, and that is, well, a lot of phrases come to mind, but the one that is most apropos is, your focus, your energy goes where your focus goes. So when you start focusing on all the negative stuff, all your energy goes that way. So all this stuff you're generating is negative, and strangely enough, it takes a toll mentally, psychologically. You become fear-based or anger-based and stuff like that. And that's just not really the way we should want to live. And we find ourselves, a lot of folks, in conversations where you can't even start talking about some good things that have happened because they always got to come back to that bad thing. So when that energy is going that way, strangely enough, I'm even more of a law of attraction fan than I used to be, because when we learn how the brain actually works, our focus on all that stuff tells the brain that's what we're looking for. So it will actually bring us more of the same.
Yeah. Now, I had to have law of attraction explained to me differently, because you know how I am. So a guy by the name of Andy Frisella, who used to run a podcast called the MFCEO podcast, and now has a podcast called he now has a podcast called Real AF.
Called what?
Real AF, and you get it in a minute.
Okay.
Um, and basically, what he said is, if it's what you're thinking about, it's what you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
In so many words, and if you're thinking about gossip and negative news, then you're just going to read more of it. Because that's what you're focusing on. If you're focusing on building a business, you're going to just build a business because that's what you're thinking about. If you're thinking about writing a book, the more you think about it, the more you think writing, the more you're just going to sit down and write because you want to get that bug out of your head.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I had to have it explained to me. But I
there was another one from the neuroscience world, which was when you put that much attention on something, you also kind of tell your brain what to focus on. Well,
right.
Which is what you said.
Yeah.
The amygdala is really, like when you have a new car and suddenly everybody's driving one of those and you didn't really notice them before.
Right now,
you're actually training your brain.
Everywhere. Yeah,
actually training your brain. Oh yeah, and I started back with the MKMMA webinars recently. And, oh yeah.
I know you were reading the Hanel.
I'm reading the Hanel, and I decided last week to check into one of those podcasts, and it was a good issue to check in on. But it tells your brain what to focus on. Just focus on that. I'm putting that much energy into something. I am telling my brain I'm interested in that, and that's what to focus on, and that it will bring it to you just like that. And that's, you can narrow that down to brain function. So it's crazy. And people can put it to the test. Think about something, put some energy behind it, and watch how much of it they find for the remainder of the day or the week or the whatever, as long as they did that. And it turns out to be kind of proof positive that that's what happens.
Yeah, and if you check in with yourself, you'll see the effects, right? If you're focusing on something negative, you're gonna flood your system with cortisol. You're gonna eat more. You're gonna be you're gonna lean toward comfort foods, and your sleep is gonna be poor because that's what cortisol does.
Yeah. Check your heart rate.
Yep, it's gonna be elevated.
Heart. Check your breathing. See what's going on with your. Are you breathing deeply and learning how to do that, or are you breathing shallow, like you're going to have to run or fight or something?
Right.
All that stuff.
And that stuff's just going to happen. And if you're focusing more on positive or even neutral stuff, then positive stuff, you might also see an increased heart rate and increased breathing for a different reason, because you're excited about it as opposed to scared. And if you're
versus de-stress,
but if you can find some generally happy, pleasing, peaceful stuff to focus on and really focus, because even if it's a positive thing that you get excited about, there's a point where you have to come down, right? If you get excited about writing a book, you might get pumped about the ideas and be able to brainstorm that, but you're not going to be able to focus on actually writing the thing until you settle down. Anytime you're putting in like real work, you might get geared up after an MKMMA webinar, but you're not going to be able to put any real work until you come back down from that high and bring that stuff back into focus. So when you level off some, when your breathing levels off, when your heart rate levels off, and that's when all the good stuff happens.
Yeah. So if you notice the dirt you're digging in, you can change it.
It's true.
You can change it.
And you look for the causes of dirt too. You look for where it originates. If you're spending too much time on social media, get off social media. Give yourself a screenless Sunday. Take one day off a week,
including from the news. Oh my!
Yeah, screenless, like
Screenless.
no phones,
Okay, got it.
No TV, no nothing. Just turn it off for a day. Be with your family. Be with your friends. If you need to make phone calls in the morning to set up your day, do that, and then put your phone in a drawer. The world is not going to end. Don't turn on your computer. It's fine. Everything's good.
I'm sorry. Did you say don't turn on my computer?
Yeah, I did.
Oh man,
it's fine. The world is not going to end.
Can I turn on the computer and just leave the browsers off?
Well, I mean, if you get up and you set up your day and you go for a nice long walk and then you meet a friend for lunch, and then you get into something for the afternoon.
Yeah.
By the time you get home, you've done a whole day without your computer or your phone. What do you know? And the world didn't end. In fact, you had a fulfilling day.
I get those sometimes. Yeah. So, yes, sir.
So, I mean, you can do that. And if it's the people around you that are, creating the dirt, you can't change them. So change them. You can't change the people around you. Change the people around you.
I have a nice kind of a joke for that. This guy left a voicemail message on his phone. And he said, "Hi, this is Bob, and sorry I'm a little busy right now. I'm making some changes in my life, make things a little better. So please leave a message. And if I call you back, or if I don't call you back, you might be one of the changes." I love that. I should do that on my phone.
An autoresponder for your text messages. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Yeah. I was like, did I do something? Was it me? No.
Yeah, I don't think I don't get enough phone calls to make that an issue.
Well, yeah. I don't even call you, I think. So our Friday mornings is when I get to talk to you.
Yeah. We touch base. I mean, we text during the week and we email during the week sometimes. Sometimes we'll toss each other Marco Polo, but it's mostly these sessions where we record and we have some conversation before and sometimes after.
And speaking of which, for the listening audience, it's always good to have somebody who stays in good space that can help you calm down or see a different reality than you're focusing on right then, to make you feel better, to help you get your heart rate down. It's good to have one of those. I have a reasonably new friend of late, and she says to me all the time, you're way too positive today. I can't deal with this right now. However, when they get to a pretty high stress point, sometimes I notice she knows my phone number or my text. So, and I've noticed around me lately, there's a lot of people who go through stressful situations, and when they want to calm down or when they just want to see a different side, I get a message from them. And, I kind of like that. Now, that's not global. Not everybody in the world can't do that. Listen to my podcast. We'll get you there. Read my vitamin K. We'll help you there. But the people who get to actually access me directly.
Sign up for vitamin K. That'll get you there.
Vitamin K. You're in and out. But,
I read it.
By the way, that's vitamin K daily.
It'll be in the show notes. And
no space.
By daily, he means daily. It's the first thing I read every morning.
5 days a week, 52 weeks a year. Philosophical supplements for your attitude health. How do you like that?
Yeah, and that's one of those things that go get 4 weeks free, and if it doesn't press that button, then unsubscribe. But after that, it's what we figure out 9.5 cents a day.
9.5 cents a day.
I'm paying 25 cents for K-Cup for my coffee. So, yeah, so it's.
And you can reread mine. You just belch coffee.
Yeah.
Did I say that? No, I didn't. Where did that come from? I don't know. Oh, crazy. Sorry. I'm back. Oh, so there you go. So plant flowers in the dirt and not your mind.
I just had a vision of a whole bunch of people doing headstands in loose soil. bunch of
I think we should get
waving arms and kicking legs.
I think we should get that printed up, actually. Good one. Let's fire for that today. Yeah. So, hey, Mr. Shear.
So I think this is a short and sweet one, but I think that was, especially after we've had a few guests the episodes have been a little longer lately. This is a nice.
Been good episodes though, man. I got to tell you, we've had some magnificent guests on recently.
They have, and we've got more scheduled as the year progresses. But I think this was a good way to start the year. So hope you are continuing to have the wonderful moment, hour, day, week, life. Just keep doing what you're doing. Go to kettleandfire.com. Use code BetterHumanhood at checkout for 10% off. Show notes and everything at jkwpodcast.com. You can catch either of us on social media, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Hey, thanks for listening. Show notes and more at jkwdpodcast.com. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share with your friends, and we will see you next week. Bye. A Better Humanhood production.